Right, before I start, I'd just like to say that I have my notes on my laptop, so that's why I will be looking down a lot during this video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about target audiences, particularly the target audience at Britney Spears' Piece of Me tour, which I saw in Manchester whilst I was on a weekend away. Now basically this tour is a combination of all of Britney's most well-known songs, and what made this tour so special is that she had, like, her production of the show was just insane. Like, the costumes are so elaborate and like theatrical. The sets were really kind of really over the top and like extravagant. And basically this Piece of Me tour is actually the tour that she did in Las Vegas for the past like 6 years, and then she's basically just taken that tour from Las Vegas and then like changed it a little bit and then took that like around the world. So yeah, it was very theatrical, very kind of over the top, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. And this tour was her first international concert tour in 6 years, so it was quite, you know, a big deal. Sorry I sound like this, I'm kind of got a cold. I got a cold from Reading Festival, which is great. So with the target audience of the concert, I would say that the average age of the audience was definitely late 20s to late 30s. Like, there were hardly any teenagers like myself there, and barely any children, maybe like 2 children, maybe a bit more, but there was literally maybe like 5% of the audience were children. Like, it was, most of them were adults. And I think this is because when Britney was in her prime time of fame, when she was around 16, when her song Baby One More Time came out, her target audience at the time would have been the same age as her. So her audience have basically grown up with her throughout her career and maybe can relate to her more in terms of maybe when Britney got married, maybe some of the women in her target audience got married and Britney has kids and maybe they have kids, so they can relate to her, and they basically just grown up with her, so they feel more kind of relatable to her. And with this particular age group, when seeing her in the concert that I saw, they're able to like reminisce on their teenage years, because obviously they were teenagers at the time. So yeah, it basically just brings back, you know, like good memories to them basically. And these particular fans are Britney's like first generational fans, meaning like they've been part of her fandom from the start of her career, whereas I am part of Britney's second generation of fans, meaning that I've become part of the fandom or started listening to her music at a later stage, because obviously I wasn't born when, no, was I? I don't know, anyway, like I started listening to her music a lot later in her career. And yeah, I would say only about 20% of the audience were the second generational fans, like me, so like teenage years. I was surprised. I thought there were going to be more teenagers there, but I don't really know why. I would say gender-wise of the audience, I would say 60% of the audience were women. I think that's just because of kind of, because Britney, like a lot of her songs are romance songs, which, you know, like women can relate to more, because, you know, they're really catchy, and she has makeup brands and like her style is really kind of unique. So I guess that's why women would kind of lean more to her than men. And I would say that she is a role model for women, because she had that stage kind of like early 2000s where she had a lot of mental health issues from being in the spotlight at a really early age. Like, she started her career at age 13, so it's very understandable. You got a lot of pressure from everyone else. You know, when you're 13, you really don't know what you're doing, like someone else is telling you what to do. And like, she overcame the mental health issues and she really came out stronger than ever. I'd say when I saw her in concert, like, she was in really good shape. Her dancing was really good, her singing was really good, so she's definitely come out like on top. And also she's probably one of the longest running like female artists in the industry, which also means she has a lot of strength to have lasted this long and to be able to like overcome a lot of hurdles that the music industry can have, because being in the music industry isn't easy. Like, it can be, there is a dark side to it, but yeah, she's come out of that on top, so that's why she's inspiration to a lot of women out there. And a lot of women in the audience, they were wearing a lot of Britney's famous outfits as well, so like the red jumpsuit thing from Oops, I Did It Again, the video, and the school uniform from Hit Me Baby One More Time. So that shows that people like idolize her, and like you can see that how much fame she has, that people really like want to dress like her, like they want to basically be her. And also there were a lot of members of the LGBTQ community in the audience as well. I'd say particularly gay men, like there were a lot of gay couples there. And this is because Britney is well known for being a gay icon, as well as, celebrities like Cher, Ariana Grande, and she has definitely used her platform to spread love and acceptance. So, for example, last November, Britney appeared in Brazilian singer-songwriter Yan's music video for the song Igual. I'm not sure if I said that right. And basically the song talks about violence that LGBTQ people face in Brazil, and all the proceeds were donated to Grupo Acro Iris, which is an organisation that helps the LGBTQ community. And also, after the 2016 massacre, the terrorist attack at Orlando's Pulse nightclub, she teamed up with Pink, Gwen Stefani, and loads more celebrities to release a musical tribute titled Hands. And this track benefited Equality Florida, the LGBT Community Center, Central Florida. Oh my god, I can't speak. And those are literally just like two examples. There are way more examples. She even she spotted this suicide letter from this one guy who basically struggling with coming out as being gay, and she personally like sent him a letter back to give her support. Yeah, way more examples, but she's definitely used her platform for the better, and I think that's why there's so many LGBT people at the concert. And basically, to conclude, like, Britney's fame will definitely last after she's died. I think she's kind of at the same level as like Christina Aguilera and like Cher. Like, she will be remembered for a long time, and she will definitely be doing more concerts and things. And I was saying to my mum that the songs that she was performing at the concert were songs that were released like 10 years ago. Like, she hasn't released any new music in maybe like a couple of years, like 3 years, and people still want to see her perform, which literally just shows how big Britney has become. So yeah, that's basically it on my target audience research.